5 feet. Mike, 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 Mike. You now listening to Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what y'all here to do. Y'all know what we came to do. Live on Broadway podcast. Clear. Let's talk about it. We're here to discuss a few good things with a few good men. First and foremost, let me get protocol established. Greetings and salutations to the giants that's on YouTube. Big up, shout out. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast, where the situations matter more than the relationships. Literally. Perspectives will be respected by everybody. You get me? And if this is your first time tapping in with Live on Broadway podcast, hopefully we do a good enough job to bring you guys back here another time. Greetings and salutations to you all. We appreciate everybody tapping in with us on YouTube, on Instagram, and everywhere else we are streaming live at. Shout out to our viewership. We ask that everybody acclimate themselves to our Instagram, Live on Broadway podcast. Tap in with us on YouTube. I am underscore Broadway on Instagram. Tap in with us on YouTube, Live on Broadway podcast, and just get acclimated to things that we're doing because obviously we discuss current events, but primarily we discuss relationship topics, right? So tap in with us, and it's gonna be a good time tonight. Shout out to the Giants. Shout out to my YouTube viewership one time. Shout out to Lolo. Shout out to Terica. I don't know how this pod is gonna go. Allison is off today, and she left us to throw caution or to the wind. So if this pod turns into shit, her name is Allison Grace on Instagram. Tell her all of your indiscretions that you had with this podcast, because it's not about us, it's all about her. She keeps us all together, and she's off. We're gonna have this conversation off mic too, Allison. Hello? Talk to me though, how you guys feel? Let me bring up the people. Let me get the people in the room. Let me see what's happening here. Get the people in the room, because obviously we got a lot to discuss. And respectfully, I'm not even gonna hold you.
Would you rather show your tits at a...
Whoa. Okay. Headphone up. All right, cool. That sound a little better? What we getting up over there, Nas? Sounds better? All right, cool. All right.
party in front of a bunch of guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Would you rather show your tits at a party in front of a bunch of guys?
I already did that. It's not fair.
Or would you rather fuck my boyfriend and tell me you're at Tiffany's house?
We're going to try this again and see how this thing ends up.
Show your tits at a party in front of a bunch of guys?
I already did that. It's not fair.
Or would you rather fuck my boyfriend and tell me you're at Tiffany's house?
Turn it off.
No.
Turn it off.
No.
I'm serious.
No. I already know. He told me, so.
Told you what?
He told me that you guys fucked. I already know.
Well, the last thing that he told me was that you were just his fucking side bitch.
Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out. No, get out.
Oh my God.
Get
Right now? Are you serious right now?
Wait,
you rather-
wait. I can't and I won't. I can't and I won't. Nas, we coming in hot. Can we get the room some headphones, Nas? Please, can we get the room some headphones? Because this thing is coming in hot, and you know where they are, right? This thing, there's a lot going on in the world no man is safe from. And we're going to talk about a lot of things, and we're going to begin with that. But before we get there, I had an amazing weekend. Hello, shout out to having a great week. Shout out to having a great weekend. Shout out to my gun, Sean. I appreciate you, King. So one of the things that I did over the weekend was actually had a few date nights with my lover, man, with my baby. Far and near, you know, I think that it's important to, no matter how long you've been with someone, to still create those moments. And shout out to my lady, you know who you are, for actually being available and being there and being present, right? A lot of times what ends up happening is we enter these relationships from the beginning of things, but we don't continue throughout, right? And sometimes we need that reality check, and we need to keep people around us that's doing the right thing so that we can, in fact, do the right thing, right? This is not a Spike Lee joint, but I do think that, and the same thing for you ladies, right? You guys sometimes start off fast and you end up wheezing in the back. You know, shout out to my lady. She made an amazing, delicious Sunday dinner, you know, and I think that, I think when you give any woman a little, they in turn multiply that by a lot, right? And we need to start thinking about those things when it comes into, thank you. When it comes into pouring into our significant others, right? Here, and you can scratch that out and plug it into one of those jacks, please, sir. I'll do the next one. Just so that the room can hear and understand the conversation at hand. Here's the other one. You got two right here. All right, cool. So with that in mind, I think that when we're moving and navigating inside these spaces, a lot of times we don't be having healthy situations to refer to and from, right? So when we have those healthy situations, and you can just spread it out. When we have those healthy situations, I got you. Cool. Let's get into the talk. We're gonna run the tape.
Would you rather show your tits at a party in front of a bunch of guys?
I already did that. It's not fair.
Or would you rather fuck my boyfriend and tell me you're a...
Oh shit, I don't hit a button.
That's not fair.
Or would you rather fuck my boyfriend and tell me you're at Tiffany's house?
Turn it off.
No.
Why was the silence so long though?
I'm serious.
No, I already know. He told me, so.
Told you what?
He told me that you guys fucked. I already know.
Well, the last thing that he told me was that you were just his fucking side bitch.
Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out. No, get out.
Oh my god.
Get out right now. Are you serious right now? Would you rather show your tits at a party with a bunch of guys?
I already did that. It's not fair.
Shorty had her girlfriend and said, would you rather? That's a fair case of, what's that game you tried to play with me? One lie and the truth. What's that? Two truths and that was one truth and one lie. And shout out to Trail and the Badges. Show your support by hitting that like button, send your super chats through to the group on YouTube. Let's talk about it. Princess and Ray J. Collectors, join the conversation. I got some stuff to talk about. Send the live through to the people. I'm multitasking. Allison is in a lot of different places. So I think that Princess Love and Ray J are seemingly so filing for divorce. And I feel like their relationship is always on the rocks and it's back again, on the rocks and it's back again. And there's been a lot of discussion in regards to what the makeup of that situation is actually looking like and becoming. Because if I actually remember, she just won or was the first to win FanDuel, one of those bets. And I'm not a sports guy, don't hang me to the cross, but Princess Love, she was, shout out to my guy Sincere. Princess Love and Ray J, do you guys believe in the divorce and all that's happening? What's happening, Sincere?
Everything's good, bro. Everything's good.
What up, though? So, question, King, Princess Love, Ray J, are you familiar? What up, though, collectors? I appreciate the love with the badges, King. So, Princess Love, Ray J, I mean, do you guys believe they're getting a divorce anytime soon? Tap in with us, Sincere.
It's a yes and a no. I don't know. Because she seems like she rides for him at the same time that she wants to leave him. So, I don't know. She seems like she's stuck with him across the board. That's my question. That's my answer.
Got you. So, it's 50-50 from you. Collectors, what's your thoughts, beloved?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know nothing about
it.
Like, but what I will say is, if they send them checks out for the reality TV shows, she might be sticking around.
It's
a lot of compromised relationships floating around out here, man.
A lot. And I wonder too, they got a child together, right? 2? Yeah, I think they got a couple kids together. So I think, a lot of times relationships stay together. Look at what was these two? Stevie J and the Puerto Rican princess. What's her name? They stuck together because of the bag involved in it, right? So nobody cares about Princess Love, Ray J. Nobody. All right, nobody really. All right, that's fine. We'll move along. We will tastefully move. Anybody care about Beyonce breaking records? Hello, anybody? Anybody cares about Beyonce breaking records? Because this will be a fast podcast. We could get straight through it. Hello? This thing, can I hit? Hello? All right. So Beyonce breaks records over the last few days, preferably the weekend, as she becomes the first female R&B singer to do country. Hello? Can I get some stats on this in the back? The first to top the country charts as a female R&B country. Listen, don't get me lying. Do not get me lying. So I just wonder, should her music be played on R&B radio, on hip hop and R&B radio?
Yes.
So Beyonce music should be played on hip hop and R&B radio, but should it be played on country radio? Knowing the origin of what she does.
No, it shouldn't be on country music. It should be on hip hop and R&B.
Interesting. So what about in regards?
If it's country music, why wouldn't it go on country radio?
Because Beyonce's not country music. She's R&B and like hip hop.
If it's country music, why wouldn't it go on country radio? Why would we want to hear country music on it? I don't want to hear country music on 105.1. That's not what I turn to it for. Put that shit on hillbilly.com.
So
Beyonce's genre is not hip hop. Remember that. Beyonce is hip hop and R&B. She's not
But
country.
if she made a country album and not a hip hop and R&B album, why are we playing a country album for people who want to hear hip hop and R&B? Separate to the people that want to hear it and who she made it for.
Beyonce didn't make a country album. She just made a Beyonce song that was country about Texas. She didn't make no country album. Now, K. Michelle, yeah, that motherfucker made a country album, but it's not Beyonce. No way. Beyonce did not make a country album. No way.
So here's my critique on that. I kind of wonder, what about the other artists other black artists that's been making country music, but they haven't given them the light of day on country radio? But because she's Beyonce and she really don't make country music, she's made a song, she may be making an album, but traditionally she's hip hop and R&B. What about the artists that black artists that don't get the light of day on country music stations? How do you guys respond to that? Like what? How?
That's what I'm saying, bro. The only one that did country music that really hit in the charts is K. Michelle. It's only K. Michelle that did country music right now. It's only K. Michelle. It's nobody else.
I think as far as the artists that don't get any play on those radio stations, I think a couple of things. Number one, you got to respect that examples like Beyonce, she's a brand. She didn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? This happened from their failures to them being successful with Destiny Child to her branching off and being successful by herself. So even when it comes down to that conversation we had about how she deal with people with their publishing, she is a brand. So after you write for her, you can go somewhere and charge them people what you would have charged her. And they're going to give it to you because you have a reference to go back to a top dog. So as far as those other artists who are not getting played on country radio, it's because of a couple of things. Number one, they can't exploit you enough or they'll be spinning your record. So now you need to find another pipeline to get to your market. We too often focus on a problem and not focus on a solution. You know what I'm saying? Find another pipeline. Country radio can't be the only place that, you know what I'm saying, people that listen to country music could go to. So maybe one of these artists who are not getting love from country radio, they need to go, make a platform, direct to their market, whoever they 200,000 people are, they 200 people are, and they deal with them direct. We keep complaining about how the middleman is treating us, but we keep trying to bargain with him. What are we bargaining with him for?
Hold on. So let me tell you this. When Beyonce does a country record, it's kind of like it don't hit the same like if Beyonce does an R&B track. Now, if Beyonce does an R&B track...
Everybody mute up. Everybody mute up while Sean's speaking, please. I mean, while Sincere speaking. Peace, Sean.
Only thing I'm saying is that when black people go into different genres, they don't hit like they black and get the revenue. Black people got to stick to doing hip-hop and R&B because that's ours. We don't hit when we do these type of different genres of music and think that it's going to sell. No way. Beyonce should have stuck to R&B and hip-hop. That's her genre. There's no reason for her to be doing country music. Country music is not even our genre.
So hear me, right? I wonder though, does that box a creative person like Beyonce, or a person that's probably been doing something for a long period of time? You want to become creative and step outside your realm of what you're familiar to, right? My argument isn't that she's making country music. My argument is simply saying that there's a ton of other black artists that don't get the opportunity to be on these said country stations or even get the look that Beyonce gets because she's Beyonce. And don't take this. Am I creating a narrative? Am I pigeonholing myself in regards to the conversation we had at last week's pod and now this one? I don't want no smoke with B. I'm a Beehive person, right? Only thing I'm saying is what about the millions of other artists that don't get the look that B gets? I think that it's great that she creates country music. I like Lil Nas X doing what he's doing, but I think that I think in the next, I'm going to say the way music is moving, in the next 20 years, I don't think there's going to be any divide or any subcultures of genres with music. I think it's just going to go off of a feeling. It might just go off of a alternative, right? It might just go off of a happy. I'm dumbing it down and make it plain. It might be more descriptive feelings to music because music is a vibe. Do I feel happy today? I want to listen to happy music. Am I experiencing a breakup? I want to listen to breakup music. Am I experiencing emo music? I want to listen to emotional music that makes me. So I think music may start to take on a sub. It might move away from being genre related because it's almost like it's segregation in music, right? So I remember a few years ago, they were saying that things were going to switch around and everything was going to, about 15 years from today, they were saying, hey, there's not going to be any more music in regards to CDs. And that was hard to understand then. But now when you look at the streaming era, and it's exactly that. But not too much on Beyonce. I do have a question.
I got a quick question, Wade.
Go ahead, go for it, King.
Who controls country music? Is it a chance that the people that actually control who gets spent on these stations don't want us? Because if I'm not mistaken, just like everything else that, well, I'm not going to say everything, but if I'm not mistaken, just like most of the things that are beneficial and profitable to this country, it was created by us. And I'm kind of feel like I remember country music actually being created by somebody that's of brown or black descent. But my thing is, like I said, it might be just those people who don't want us in there. And they're going to allow brands like Beyonce because it's financially beneficial to them. Once we understand business, we can remove our emotion. It's all about business with her.
Now you open up the can of worms. And what ends up happening is when you do that, now you want to start having a conversation of who was the first cowboy.
He was black, that's a fact. Not an opinion.
What I'm saying is hold, 1 second, Sen. 1 second, Sen. When you start talking about the first cowboy, right? And I believe if somebody correct me in the comments in the room, something, the term cowboy wasn't something that was used as to big us up. It was something that was bad.
Facts, and I just learned that. It's all facts, right?
Right? So
about 2 weeks ago.
So the term cowboy wasn't anything that bigged us up. It was something that actually spoke down upon us being cowboys, right? So when you start getting into the music aspect and component to it, I wouldn't be so far off to think or believe that, yeah, we created the genre, right? But, have at it and make of that what you will. But that is that. The funny part to that is I want to play you guys something because I do believe that it ties directly into all right, here we go. The term cowboy. Let's listen to it. Live on Broadway podcast.
Black slang is just white phrases, but opposite. Watch it.
Do you guys believe that? That black slang is just white phrases opposite?
Where nigga come from? Same place. Let's get to it.
Live on Broadway podcast. Here we go.
We say my boy. They call this boy.
Is just white phrases, but opposite. Watch this. White people. Wow, she looks really good. Black people. Damn, she's bad. White people. Sure, I'm up for that. Black people. Yeah, I'm down. White people. Tell me more about this plan. Black people. Bet. Say less. White people. I'm in. Black folks. We out. White people. You messing with the wrong one, buddy. Black folks. You got the right one today. White folks. That's so cool. Black folks, that shit's fire. Black slang
Nah, he
is
got
just
us.
white
Nah,
phrases,
he got us.
but
Nah, he got us. He got us. He got us. Collectors, sincere. Sean, he got us. You got to. I'm gonna play it again because I want you guys to hear it in the background.
black slang is just white phrases, but opposite. Watch this. White people, wow, she looks really good. Black people, damn, she's bad. White people, sure, I'm up for that. Black people, yeah, I'm down. White people, tell me more about this plan. Black people, bet, say less. White people, I'm in. Black folks, we out.
Yeah, I get
White
the
people.
point. I mean, we do be. I mean, he got us. You got to call a spade a spade. I think he got us. What's happening, Sean? What up, though, King?
What up?
All black is black slang just white people phrases backwards?
No.
But no, because you got to realize, say less, before say less, there was a say no more.
Say no more.
You know, there was a lot of different things that it built up to.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you can make that reference to those specific points, but I don't think it's everything that we say.
It's everything that we say. I do agree. I do certainly agree. Something that I do want to focus some attention on is, I mean, let's talk about it. Wendy Williams, hello? Wendy Williams, she got a new doc out. It's a doc or it's a show? It's a doc or a show? Anybody knows? It's a doc. It's a documentary.
It's a documentary.
So she just been diagnosed with. They told me I wasn't gonna write it down because I didn't want to spell it wrong. What she's been diagnosed with, Room?
It was dementia. It wasn't dementia.
Hold on. Wait. What is it?
Dementia.
Primary. You gotta do it slow. Primary what? Progressive. Aphasion. I seen that movie this weekend by Faison. Frontal temporal. That's too many words. Frontal temporal dementia. Okay, thank you. Round of applause for Broadway sounding it out. So Wendy Williams, we've learned recently, has been diagnosed with illness, right? And I want to first start off by saying, sending love and light to her family because, regardless of whom or what, she is somebody that impact the culture. She's a provocateur. She is certainly someone who's gave way to many different talents. You can actually see the tree of Wendy Williams and where it forth from. She actually did for our culture what Howard Stern has did for others, right? So first and foremost, just sending love and light to her, to her family and whatnot, because it is a tragedy. It is nonetheless a tragedy that she had to undergo these illnesses, right? My question to you guys is there karma that sits in the room with the things that she's done, with the things that she's currently experiencing? I yield to you. YouTube, jump in the comments, leave your comments. I want to see you guys' comments. We're going to pin it up. Y'all talk about it. We're going to put it up there, and we're going to talk about it. Tap in with us. Live on Broadway podcast. Sean, Wendy Williams, karma. Is this karma that's coming back to her and the energy that she exudes to others, to what she actually has to experience herself?
I don't know, because I don't know what she's done that was so bad, other than ruffle some feathers of some people that didn't want her to speak on them, some facts on them, or some rumored facts, depending on how you want to look at it. So, is it karma? Depending on. I mean, I would have to know more of what she did. It's a possibility, but I don't know what she's done outside of the surface stuff as far as having beef with like a Puffy or somebody like that. But if that's the case, then Puffy got a lot of karma coming too, because he made her get fired. He ruined her life for a tidbit. So, and then he went on her show. So hey, I can't. I don't know whether it's karma or not, but that's something we could explore with some more information.
So let me be quiet and just listen to the room. I'm gonna come back to that though. Tap in with me, collectors.
Yeah, it could be because Wendy Williams, she definitely, you know what I'm saying, voluntarily set shit off out here in her time. So it could be karma. I can't answer because I don't know God's power. I just know what He blessed me with.
Talk
you know
about
what I'm saying?
it.
Just like you said, it's very unfortunate because at the same time, she did things that people didn't like, and she also did things in the culture that grew it, changed it, and was part of the culture. Just hopefully she, come around from that because dementia is some wild shit.
Yeah.
But I also do believe it may have something to do with her lifestyle because she was heavy into that cocaine thing. You know what I'm saying? You start dealing with stress and you dealing with a drug like cocaine. It could, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, her mind is you imagine how her mind operates. Just with the information that's coming into it, not what she's thinking about with her regular life, not what she's thinking about sending out. The information that's being brought to her desk since she's been on. Imagine how her mind operates. Some things she know in here that she might have not said, or some things she got in there that she has said. You know what I'm saying? Like the brain is powerful. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta stay pure out here, and you gotta stay cleansed. And just like the brother just said, yeah, guess what? Diddy getting his karma now. Diddy getting his karma now. That might be what's going on now because that shit hit the fan and sent Diddy ass up in flames.
I mean, if you think about it, a lot of the pioneers and the people that got to their riches and have experienced the success, the wealth of success, right? You have those like Wendy Williams, Puffy, Russell Simmons, right? You have these people that I think when you're doing wrong, when you do wrong and you cause somebody hurt or harm, right? You take something from somebody, you know in yourself that that's wrong, right? So I wonder if subconsciously the burden of it you might appear good, but the long lasting effect is no good deed goes unpunished, right? So there's no deed that goes unpunished, right? There's things that we experience that's bad, stress, like you said, I'm reading the comments here, right? Drugs, alcohol, paranoia, right? These things are essentially, it becomes impactful in our lives. So I do think that there's a commonality between what you guys just said and mentioned, and I just think that it's sad and it's a tragedy. We're gonna get Lala up here. Wow, why you all up my nose? What up, La?
Hi.
What's happening?
Hi, family.
What's that?
How are you?
All right.
I'm gonna mute up. I don't want to interrupt what was being said.
I like the nose. I like that. I see what you're doing there. I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
I gotta say this though about Wendy Williams.
I like it.
She has a very. I took I think Corrupt to the station in Philly. I've been a couple of stations with her and artists, and she's brilliant on what she does. Like example, it's very calculated. She reads all throughout the commercial breaks. I remember Corrupt wanted to discuss some things with her off the mic, and she said, "Nah, we don't discuss anything until we on the mic." That's one of the rules I live by. And so her doing that created the controversial or all of the moments that were captured, were intentionally captured by her brilliance on how she was conducting her business. And it is a business. Again, Howard Stern does it. Star, who followed Howard Stern, kind of segued and opened the opportunity for Wendy and others to do it. And
Star came before Wendy?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
And there's a brilliance to it. There's an art to it, rather. And so I just want to salute her for being brilliant and very creatively intentional on everything that she did. She's very calculated. Now, do I agree with a lot of her methods? She reminded me of Cat Williams. Cat Williams calculated what he did on Shay Shay. He specifically, he opened the doorway for Shannon, and at the end of the interview, he told Shannon that when Shannon was concerned. He was like, yo, this going to be the biggest thing you ever got. Don't worry about it. And he literally calculated it in that manner, and that was a skill and brilliance, if you ask, in my opinion, creatively. And Wendy Williams and brilliance was what she did.
Gotcha. Yeah, you know, it's funny because, you know, when we think back and we look at all the turmoil that she had to go through and experience, especially in regards to, you know, what she had to experience with her ex-husband, Kevin, you know, it's I don't care how you slice the pie, you know, I have a soft heart and there's a soft place in my heart for people that has to go through illness, right? Like affect their money, affect their way of living, but illness is a soft space. You know what I mean? Because frankly speaking, nobody should have to go through, nobody want to go through that. Nobody wants, their family don't want to see them go through that. We want to remember you as at your apex, right? We don't want to have to experience you going through that. And I do think there's a genius inside of the way that she moved, maneuvered. But I mean, there is a conversation that's going on out there as some people feel as though, you know, this is karmic energy that she's, what goes around comes around, and now she's getting the blunt end of the force, right? So not too much on Wendy Williams. Again, sending love and light to her and her family, but I do think that it is important that in the doc, I am gonna watch it, you know, because I'm very interested to understand the narrative that they putting out, right? It's very easy to watch things and listen to news, but what's the source, right? A lot of times, Fox News, they have an agenda. Things are being placed out there for people to believe and follow a particular agenda. There's a message, and they want us to follow that. So I do want to, it's not going to detour my rationale and how I see things, but I do want to watch the actual doc. I know what you guys come here for, and I intentionally don't lead with these topics because I like to make you guys wait. And I want to have a conversation today that, okay. Nas, turn me up in the headphones. Shout out to my guy Big G in the room. I started a whole podcast. It didn't shout out my team in the background. Hello, Broadway. The fuck? If Allison not here, you lose all your mind. Shout out to my guy Big Nas in the room. Just one Glenn on the gram. I know what's happening with it. I got a team of folk back here with me. You know, I got my lady back there to act like she ain't paying attention, but she paying attention to everything. Hello? With that said, let's talk about it. Live on Broadway podcast.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there like where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't going to go too far.
I ain't going to do it too much. I got some talk to talk about. Lala, I'm going to come to you first. I'm going to play it in a minute. Be careful the words you choose because I will make you eat them. Lala. What makes you a good woman? I need actionable items. Actionable items. Don't tell me nothing like, you know, I give good head. Hello? Oh! Don't talk about nothing that. Listen, I need actionable items. Collectors, I'm coming to you in a second. Don't tell me you licked the clay. Hello, TMI. Listen, only thing I'm saying is I need actionable items. What makes you a good catch?
You messy.
Listen, hey, listen. Cooler heads shall have prevailed. I need to know. I need to know. Allison, you see, she talking about me somewhere. Lala, you got this nose ring and it's giving vibes, and we need to know. Y'all should have called me during COVID. I was a mess. Hello?
I can't stand it.
What makes you a good woman, La? Talk to the people.
It's not about me being a good woman.
She sound like she in a room with people and she trying to choose her words wisely.
No, I'm not. You gonna let me talk? You gonna let me answer the question or no? I'm just a good person. I just think that, you know, I just treat people the way that I want to be treated, just intuitively. Okay.
You're just a good person, La?
I am a good person. I try to be. I strive to be. I'm not perfect.
You're a sweetheart, and you're amazing.
Okay.
As a friend, I've listen. You've been nothing but stellar, right? But I ain't talking about your friendships. I'm talking about who are you in a relationship? What makes you a good catch, honey?
Okay. In a relationship, I'm loyal. I'm giving. I'm loving. I go above and beyond for my partner.
I know that's right, girl.
I'm a motivator. I strive to have equal give and take with my partner.
Fuck yeah.
I'm a good communicator. I try to be. What?
You legs that hold the table.
Oh, my mom said I'm the legs that hold the table up.
I love that. I love that. You should have let you should have let with mommy being in the room. I'm sorry, Mom.
My God, Mom was like, there she is. Say hi. Okay, she's there.
You trying to get me uninvited to the family cookout. Collectors, thank you for that lie. What makes you not too much on collectors. Sean, what makes you a good man? Actionable items.
Honest, considerate, supportive, and I mean that's it. Honest, considerate, and supportive.
Okay.
Or a lot of other elements come into that. You know, a lot of other actions come into those qualities.
Okay, I'm rolling. All right, I'm going to play this and then I'm going to come to you, collectors. Tap in with us, Live on Broadway podcast.
What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing?
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing?
I just wonder. I just wonder. Who's auditing you? The question and topic of discussion in every nail shop is simply what makes you a good man? Because, I'm gonna come to you next, collectors. The reason why I thought it was important for us to have this conversation tonight on the pod is because a lot of times it be our own selfish ideas and idiosyncrasies. Never mind. That makes us say certain things about ourselves. So if I had to call Craig, Pookie, and Day Day, what would they say, right? And not so much on them. I think a lot of times what ends up happening is I'm going to go to Instagram and the glossy types, right? You have these women that look a certain way and they say what's not available to them. But it's not that that's not available to them. It's simply that you're not checking for it, right? The bus driver, the carpenter, right? The person that works on highways and byways that, I mean, it's not too much of that these days, but the people that, it's over here, Nas, if you're looking for it. The ones that pour into working 9 to 5s and it may not instinctively be a boss. Hello? I think social media has brainwashed our women and men to bling bling every time I come around the city. Bling, you know what I mean? And we have to, Broadway, unique New York. I digress. Collectors, tap in. I have a lot to say on this topic. I'm going to temper my emotions in this moment. Collectors, go off, King.
I think what makes me a great man is I'm helpful. That's one thing about me. I'm helpful. It doesn't matter in what area. I'm gonna always help. That's first off. You know what I'm saying?
Wake that up.
I'm gonna help around the crib. I'm gonna help you out when you need advice on things. I'm gonna help you out with whatever you're doing if you're my woman. Number 2, I'm culturally conscious. You know what I'm saying? So I can feed things to my lady and she could feed things to me. And through that, we could make sure that we're actually living right. You know what I'm saying? Living in the same space that got our people up there where they at. You know what I'm saying? So culturally conscious. Also, I'm a protector. You know what I'm saying? And as being a protector, I mean, I'm going to protect you emotionally. I'm going to protect you physically. I'm going to protect you financially too. Protection comes from numerous different sections that men, that some people don't understand. It's just not about being protecting her physically. Nah, she needs her feelings protected. She needs her finances protected, which means you got to be coming to the table with some things too. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. I'm very unique. You see what I'm saying? Any female I ever dealt with me, I'm as unique as my government name. So I think that's a strong point for me. I'm not nothing that these women is used to. And when they first meet me, they're going to meet me in a world where every man got 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 10 hands. But once they meet me, they know they man supreme.
Your collective. When you said helpful, what kind of ties into that is resourceful.
That's a fact. Yeah. Right. Resourceful, and also when I say helpful, like, and I mean like literally helpful. Like, your woman don't need you to park her car, but when me and my lady get a crib, she's not parking her car. When she get home, if I'm in the crib, get out, go in the house, and I'll park your car. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, y'all lucky. Y'all so lucky I got rid of that drop you Prince card at. Y'all so lucky, collectors.
Listen, I'm a thug. Yeah. But mine, I spoil her. The rest of the world, I'm a thug.
And
but at home,
I hear you. And that was that's why I said a lot of things fall under that, because that's under the consideration umbrella that I was speaking to. You consider it. You considering you considering her safety. You considering a lot of different things that she might not even be thinking about.
But she feeling.
But so to take the conversation from where we are a bit further, do you feel like you've guys and lady have received the pick of the litter, not based off of what you want, but based off of what's been provided to you, right? Because we talk about, all right, cool, collectors, significant other, don't need to park the car, he gonna park it, right? Cool, great. But what about in the instances of women, and I'm only talking about the opposite sex. If I call on you, I'm regarding the opposite sex. I think there's a lot of men and women out there, both alike, that put themselves on a pedestal that I don't think it's on them to. So yes, I believe I'm a good man, right? But I could think that all day. If my significant other ain't saying that, or the women that I've been with ain't saying that, it doesn't diminish my value to me, but it diminishes my value to them, right? So I think that plays a part. So when I ask and say, hey, old boy say, and I'm gonna play it again in a moment, the things that make you a good person, who's auditing you? Where's this coming from? What classifies and make you able to say that based off of, can't say it no better than what he did?
Who's auditing?
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there like where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't going to go too far.
Stay right there. I think the way that we show up sometimes stop us from being a good catch to others because they're there, but they don't see you because of how you're showing up as. To that, Sean, you say what?
They don't see you because they're self-sabotaging. They don't understand what good is. They don't understand. That's why they walk right past it. That's why they go. What they understand, all that glitter, what they understand is what's glittering in front of them. And they gravitate towards that shine and that light that they think is appealing and wonder why that shine and that light hurts them. That shine and that light winds up becoming a sabotaging scenario. It's like last week, I don't like a nice man. That's your self-sabotaging idiocy to me, in my opinion. That's the most dysfunctional mentality that a lot of women embrace for no reason.
Come on now.
Yeah, I would have to agree, and I think that a lot of times people assume the type of person that you go for just based off of, your demeanor, and that may not necessarily be true. Like, I'm the type of person that I actually like blue-collar guys. Like, I like a man that works with their hands. I'm not really into somebody that, in my field or whatever. It's just not my thing. So, but people assume, that I date white collar people, and I'm just like, no, I'm not attracted to them. That's just that. I don't want to date them for my own personal reasons, but that's just the assumption that people have of me.
Okay, I received that. I think too, shout out to my guy Date. What up though? I wonder when you're dating somebody and you believe that you are, let's say you're an actress, right? You're in Hollywood. You're not too much on rappers. You're an athlete, right? Sometimes you may want to date somebody that's in your same space, right? Like I think Nia Long, or maybe it wasn't Nia Long, it was Ebony K. Williams that said the bus driver, right? I don't want to date the bus driver. But he may very much so be a good man. He may be a good man, or the reverse of that would be probably Drea, right? Saying that she don't want to date. I'm not saying she said this, but Drea not wanting to date somebody that works at a maintenance man, right? Why does it seem as though people that are in different spaces in life don't get the opportunity to date a different type of? Sean, you being someone that comes from a background of being in the industry, have you ever found yourself saying, hey, perhaps you want to date a particular type of woman and she don't give you a try, or she don't give you a chance? What up, Dupreme? Peace.
Yeah and no. What I mean by that is that I find myself needing sometimes in the entertainment industry to deal with somebody in the entertainment industry, not because I want her, because quite frankly, I usually don't, because they're usually hoes. But
hello?
I kind of,
hello?
But what it is that they understand the industry, and I don't have to explain a lot. A lot of people who aren't familiar with the industry, you go to a strip club, they think that that's just you going out there to sow your wild oats and be that type of person. When in fact, I go over there to work, and somebody who is in the industry understands that, whereas somebody who is, let's say, a blue collar or professional woman might not understand that. And so that made me lean towards wanting somebody in the industry. But because a lot of them are hoes, a lot of them do compromise their integrity, that wasn't appealing to me. So I was in you know what I mean? Because I knew who would understand, but I knew that those people really wasn't the type morality that I wanted for a wife or wanted for a relationship. So it was kind of like I was stuck, and vice versa, because of the industry, that reputation precedes you. So I'm automatically a hoe because I'm in the industry.
Oh,
and
because
saying otherwise.
Yeah, because the look of it all, right? Because you're in the industry, because you're a ball player, because you're a rapper, a singer, you got to be in the studio all types of times a night, and you got to be doing something other than, it's kind of a judging, right? You're being judged, and I do like what Benawal said, right? Shout out to Benny. She said she might not feel they are unable to relate to each other. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. If you guys want to be brought up, hit the button. I'll bring you guys up. Anybody else has anything else to say on this? Because I see a lot of comments. Shout out to the wild card, his missus, your wishes 27. Shout out to my guy at Quell. YouTube viewership, y'all know the vibe. Hit the button. Y'all watching us on YouTube, hit the button, hit the like, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Live on Broadway podcast. Man, it's a coin toss, and I know exactly what I want to talk about. Here we go. Live on Broadway podcast. I think that nope, this ain't it. Here we go. Where's that thing? Allison, where it go? I'm looking for it. Give me a second, guys. I think I may have found it. It's just so much be coming in at one time. Pause. If not, if I can't find it, I will have the conversation without it. That's not it. All right, cool. I can't find it, but I will have the conversation with you. I simply wonder, a lot of times when we going out on these first dates, right? A lot of times there's been, Lala, have you ever been stood up on a date, Queen? No? Okay. Collectors, have you ever been stood up on a date?
Yeah, it was the first one too. She got some fucking nerve. But her ass ain't deserve me anyway. After I seen the backdrop, yeah, I'm gonna keep it a band. All right, yo, I'm about to swing through and pick you up. I get a text, oh, something came up. She got some nerve. About nothing, no, bro. She ain't fucking with the queen though.
Look. He look a little tricky.
I'm glad I missed that pass.
Look, don't wait. Mute up, collectors. He going off. You got some past resentment. Sean, what up, man? You ever been stood up on a date? Hello, I asked him the wrong question at the right time.
Have I been canceled on like he said?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Have I stood up? Nah.
Okay.
I give her this way. I think she knew that I wasn't for her because she was in between the space. When I was talking to her, she let me know she was in between the space, just breaking up with a dude or whatever the case may be. But I think she knew like I wasn't the type of guy she was looking for. So she probably, you know what I'm saying, did me a favor by not, you know what I'm saying, taking my little lunch money for dinner.
Gotcha. So, and I'm definitely interested to hear in the comments, have you guys ever been stood up on a date, right? We got a few giants in here. Let me tap in with us. Here's Mrs. B. Benoit, tap in with us. Let us know. Shamik, you ever been stood up on a date? The reason why I'm asking this question and framing it this way is simply that I wonder often, are you guys, what happens, or do you think you would be stood up on a date if there was a deposit that was left prior to the date? If you, Lala, had to leave the person, if a person asks you out, Lala, and they had to leave a $500 deposit, do you think that may avoid the stand-up of the date? That's a real question you can answer.
Okay, I want to make sure I understand. So, like, we make a date, and then
he asks you out.
He asks me out, and I'm like, it's a deposit of $500, like a rent deposit. Like, this soon, we going on this date, and you don't get your money back if you stand me up.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Let's play the video because I found it.
Okay.
Let's play the video and I'll come right back to you.
Okay.
You get your heart broken, you get your time wasted, you get your energy, you get used, you know.
Driving a Toyota Camry.
Your bills aren't paid,
sorry.
like, it's miserable, you know, but you have to come to a point where you're tired of that, where you take, like, the control, like, you're in the steering wheel of your own life, you're driving your own life, you know, you make your own decisions, and you know, like, you want someone to provide for you and have a better life instead of dating, like, bums and people that are not aligned with you. Let's say you're regular dating. You get your heart broken, you get your time wasted, you get your energy, you get used, you know.
Driving a Toyota Camry.
My question is simply, should there be a deposit that's made upon asking somebody on a date? Should there be a deposit that's made? I'm coming back to you, Lala. Sean, talk to me.
First off, how's she gonna talk about I don't want to bum, looking like a bum bitch. Leave the wig she got on. Oh no. And that ain't how I usually talk, but I just am so tired of these superficial women acting as if they're not that. And disguising all of that superficial bull with this makeup and wigs and heartache and all of this stuff is being disguised. She sounds hurt. She described her pain, and she then now is basically becoming somewhat of a superficial prostitute. And I'm like, I don't have no reason and to judge a prostitute. But I'm gonna say, if you're a hoe, you're a hoe. You're a prostitute. Don't get mad when I call you that.
Hello?
If you don't do that.
Yo, homie.
Tap in with me, Dupreme. Peace to the God.
Peace. What up, everyone? Hey, listen, man. Look, that girl looked like she had a lot of people stand her up. I mean, this got to be a regular occurring thing. I'm telling you, man. Like, she looked like she been stood up a lot of times. So hold up. But so check it, right?
No, Dupreme, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. She's a woman. She may have asked somebody may have asked to take her out. They was considerate. They asked and took the time. She wanted to go out and he was unprofessional and stood her up.
Well, there's another side to the story. I wish we could hear that man's reason why he stood her up. I don't know. Did something occurred in their communication when he was like, yo, you know what? It ain't even worth my time. Like, so, you know, in times, let me see, if I ever stood up a woman, probably, I think if I've decided not to go on a date.
See, he part of the problem. He ain't part of the solution. Hello?
Nah.
Dude, what's happening, man?
I'm being honest. It's probably because I wanted to do it. Then I was like, yo, what am I doing upon further discovery? I'm like, oh, nah, I'm bugging. This ain't what I thought it was. But generally, I'm not going to stand nobody up. But a down payment is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
If she put a $500 deposit down, I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that. I think we should start. Whoever asks the person to go out should be putting a deposit down.
Problem is,
I'm gonna keep my word.
Yeah, when you sitting there relying on the deposit, you already have the ability to not live up to that because all you think about is superficial nonsense. So basically, if somebody come with a higher deposit, you ain't going. You going to the bigger money. So let's be clear on when you start that the slippery slope that we start in opening up that Pandora's box, because it then becomes a transaction, and whoever big bank takes little bank. And so where do we stop at?
So all right, y'all gonna go rogue. That's fine, we can do that, right? So now open up Pandora's box. I love what you did there, Sean. So now, big bank take little bank. You're gonna go with the person that you want to go out on a date with, right? So if I got $500 and Craig and Pookie offer you $2,000, but you like me more, then you're gonna go out on a date with me, right? So
Allegedly.
She ain't worried about which one is giving you being a better person. She's worried about who got the better money, because that's what it's all being determined on.
Do y'all see this? Just one second. Do y'all see this? Wait, let me. I can't play the music, but do y'all see this? No, wait.
That's what you call counterfeit. We don't even know how she really looks.
So the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because she is hiding. If you're listening to us on the pod, go over to Live on Broadway podcast on YouTube. You'll see the video. You get women that are hiding a double chin. Do you think literally that she is not going to stand you up to take the... There's so many fallacies that's going on in the world today. Hello? We can't hear you, dude. You muted up.
Oh, she gonna go for the highest bidder, and you got chicks out here to do that, especially when they're in that phase, like an option stage. What they're saying to you is that they're going there for the highest bidder, not that they like the dude, they're into the dude. It's a stroke of their ego, and they like to brag about that shit. They like to brag about, oh, he did it. They don't care about you, because the dude that they really want, he ain't got to do all that. I promise you, man. You can give her some Netflix and some cookies and milk, and she'll be happy. I promise.
I figured it out. If the women can start contouring their chin, board head men, we can start giving ourselves little lines right here. Hello? So listen, if I start doing this and there got to be somebody out here that can contour my hair back. Hello? Big G, you with me?
Wait, I'm looking for some muscles.
Are we looking for some muscles?
Get that hairline.
Hey, let's get some muscles, right? We need somebody to start catering to the demo of men that's out here suffering in these piss poor. Listen, hello. I need muscles. I need a hairline, right? I need about 4 more inches on my height. Hello. I mean, where does the bus stop if we gonna contour chins and whatnot? Hello.
You good, bro.
and I'm a mess. I'm toxic. So if you ask me out on a date and you give me $500 as a deposit, I'm ran off on the plug twice. Ran off on the plug twice. I'm out of there. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna be taking a lot of first dates. I'm gonna be appealing to a lot of different women, taking their money, and I'm out of here. What's happening? Because
it becomes a hustle.
In so many ways, when you reverse it, that's exactly what we have here. Men that ask women out on dates, and they only go out on a date not because they like you, but because they want to get their meal fed. They want to have their stomach fed. So it becomes a hustle. So what I'm saying is can you start asking, or can we start asking for deposits? Or are you gonna look at somebody? Can we normalize asking somebody for a deposit to take you out? I'm worth it.
Yeah, I want a deposit. These shits they gotta leave me.
Hello, let's go, dude. Let's go. We gonna get some deposits in 2024. Hello.
Yeah, true story. It can't be normalized amongst certain people, but amongst the majority that's out here right now, they get with it because they out here doing everything crazy. The majority that's out here right now, especially these dudes, these free pocket ass niggas, throw your money at the honey ass niggas.
Look,
they gonna get with it with no problem.
Look,
there's gonna be certain people that can't, but I think it can be normalized. If you asking a yes or no on that, I think it can be. I won't participate.
Wait. In fairness, it's been happening for years.
Let's
not act like it hasn't. There's been trick niggas forever. There's been niggas.
That's a fact.
I pay your rent before they say what's your name. So let's not get it twisted.
Or even have a dinner date with
Wake that up.
Yeah, he waking it up. So that's the same thing. If you done did all this before you took this woman out to eat, before she gave you 60 minutes of her time to have a conversation, that's giving a deposit. So he's right. It has to happen.
How many women cash in on that though?
Well, let's think about it. Somebody I saw a video right before we got on of a girl saying her man asked about whether she would offer a drink. Us offering drinks is a deposit.
I see what you did there. It's pretty much showing, hey, if I'm gonna occupy your time, I'm gonna buy you some wine.
Exactly.
But I like what hold on. I like what real_life_no_fiction said. She said, what does that do for women who aren't weird like that? You know what it does? I'm gonna let Dupreme answer that question. Dupreme, what does it do for women that's not willing to accept deposits or any of the weird stuff?
It means they're gonna get real dudes. It means they're gonna get a good quality date. That's what it means.
It means you're gonna be in the same category. It means you're gonna be in the same category as good men that we were just talking about a little while ago.
It matches up. It matches up. Exactly. My mother always said, if you got larceny in your heart, you're always gonna take an L when you got larceny in your heart. And I got larceny in my heart if I'm willing to give somebody $500 just to hold the place in line. Like, nah, man, what kind of dude are you, man? Never. We ain't doing that.
Hey, so real life _no fiction, right? I left out a few underscores. Listen, this is their politically correct answer, right? Listen, I'm potting. I don't know what they doing. I'm going to give a lot of women a lot of $500. You know why? Somebody asked me why. Because I want these same women to see my potential so I can walk. Hello? Y'all know, I'm going to leave a lot of deposits because I want you.
Without that, though.
Yo, shout out to my nephew, I am him.
But listen, what's wrong for paying for it?
Look what we all said, right? That's been going on since the beginning of time. But once you do that, you know what you did? You just bought something. You just bought something that was priceless.
Transactional. It's transactional at that point.
And you bought something that was priceless. Your time is priceless. So she a nut ass chick. Because she just put a price on her time. You played with $500 and you might have been somewhere doing an opportunity that could have got you $5 billion.
Well, that's what.
You playing around with $500 over here.
Well,
time is priceless.
That's a great point, right? Because if you're playing around with it, then because we also have the reverse of it, right? Where if I give you the 500 and you take the 500 as a deposit, now that lets me know who you are, what I'm dealing with up top. So I don't actually have to go through and give it to you. All right, so what's your Cash App? I'm about to leave you the deposit because I asked you out on a date. Okay, my Cash App is XYZ. Now you ain't ever got to hear from me. Hello?
Yeah, that's the stand-up. Yeah, then you really going to stand her up. Yeah, that's bird behavior to me. That's bird behavior.
So all BS aside, and all of Broadway antics aside, I do think that there are a lot of people out here that waste people's time. Right? And I don't like the idea of standing people up, right? Because there's no value in that. There's nothing that comes by way of that. Because ultimately, if I ask you out on a date, if there's something that shows up, if there's something that comes up, then I should be man or woman enough to say, hey, or I don't pretty much like you like that, right? From a man's side. But on a woman's side, we got to get away from women going out on dates because they're hungry. That's crazy.
Yeah, a woman, because...
Hold on. No, we're gonna stay where we at. We're gonna stay where we at.
I mean, if you got something to say, get it off your chest, King.
But, huh?
If you got something to say, get it off your chest. Go for it.
Niggas playing the same games. I heard. Look, listen. These niggas playing the same game. They looking for somewhere to stay. They looking for a female to give them some money to buy some weed. Might get them an outfit. That's the one they gonna sway with for the time until they find another one. I watch the shit.
Good point.
It makes you a sucker and it makes you look stupid, but everybody don't care about their faith in life. You see what I'm saying? A name is worth more than gold. If you ever read the Holy Quran, it'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? A name is worth more than gold. It's as good as gold. It's one of the references, either one. But I gotta have my face, bro, because when I get to him right there, he gonna know everything that went down. And I got to be able to be chest up about my mistakes and about my, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Standing on code. I respect that. That's what I'm talking about. Stand on your code. Like this shit, stand on your code,
So
living as a righteous
too,
man.
But these niggas is birds too, man. They be doing that same sucker shit.
Birds. They messing the game up doing that dumb shit, man.
We shouldn't be looking for haircut money and all that sucker shit, weed money and all that. You a man. You know what I'm saying?
So this
if
is
it come.
This is what you get when you get a pot of real gentlemen and somebody toxic like Broadway, and I'm trying to have a toxic conversation with real life men. It's not going to mix too well because they standing on business. And Broadway out here talk about, listen, it is what it is, right? I'm shucking and jiving and I'm high fiving. But no, I like what the King caught him 7. I don't know, beloved, how to pronounce that. But he said too much games, right? He said playing devil's advocate, chicks going out to fill their belly, but we paying dates to get that. Paying for dates to get that. I get it. I do have another question before we get out of here, guys. And I want to know. I'm not trying to ask y'all to put your legs up. Pause. But did anybody see Trump sneakers? Anybody buying Trump sneakers?
Man, that shit is disgusting, man. Just the way this man disrespects black people, man.
Okay.
Like, if y'all don't get that shit by now, man, like, they just joke with us. Like, it's a joke. They don't respect black people, like, as a voting block. It's like they can make jokes and play the fuck around with us, and I don't like it, y'all. I don't like it.
So pretty much what Du is saying is just to give some context, Trump was recently seen at one of his rallies, and what ends up happening is something came out where he said that, you know, the sneakers, black people is going to get behind him because the sneakers, or I know one of you guys could be able to articulate it probably a little better than I, but there's been some controversial backlash as it pertains to Trump and these sneakers that he came out with, because black people love sneakers, and that's enough for him to come out with some sneakers. That's enough for him to get our vote. Tap in with us.
Yeah, he's saying we're so simple-minded, we're materialistic. Like, he's just basically taking all the negative stereotypes and just letting people know they so stupid. I could put sneakers out and they'll vote for me because they stupid. He's just telling us we're stupid.
You're right, but wait, let me say this, because nobody says it as black people. There's some truth to that.
Unfortunately, yeah. But it ain't a good truth. It's truth, but it's not healthy.
Good. The problem is we operate that way, and we don't check ourselves when we operate that way. And
exactly.
So he only can say something that we can't cancel shit because we allow shit. So I can't be mad at him if I ain't gonna be mad at us.
Oh, I'm definitely mad at us. I'm his. Yo, let me tell you, man. I was working on a piece today, right? And I hate to turn this into a different type of conversation, but like, and I could say what I want to say, y'all. So fuck it, right? I was looking at a piece of social media where this dude Charlemagne was saying, "Oh, what Biden did with the crime bill." I did my research today. Let me tell y'all, that crime bill protected women. It protected children. Like, look at the provisions of that bill. Now, what the prosecutors did with that shit, they weaponized it and locked us up, right? That's another story. But if you go back, the Black Caucus voted for the bill. 58% It was a Gallup poll done in '94. 58% of African Americans voted for that bill. Like people, like they're not being fair when they do shit like this and not talk about the entirety. It was the largest crime bill in United States history, and it had many, many provisions. It had to protect us for our drivers, like so when we drive in, they can't research us. It had, or rather, illegally search us. It had provisions to have all child predators had to register. It had protection for women, and it gave them a budget, $1.6 billion, to make sure they had shelters and they could get away from shit. It had a whole bunch of provisions, and we don't never hear that.
Well, that's called creating a narrative, right? That's called an agenda, right?
Yep.
So when you have these, when you have people that don't do the research, and when you have people that actually, fall into the Charlotte's Web and don't go down the rabbit hole and do the actual recon work, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And I don't much like using that term, but this is just one of those moments where it just is what it is. I want to open up the platform for final thoughts.
You see that comment right there? Broadway by Karan Wages.
History proves that black people root for the bad guy. Trump is the John Gotti of politics. Let that breathe. Let that breathe. Let that breathe. History proves that black people root for the bad guy. Trump is the John Gotti of politics. Go for it.
All right, so I want to do my closing remarks. I know we got a lot of issues in this country, right? We got the LGBT, we got the transgender, we got the abortion rights, we got the immigration issue, we got foreign policy, we got a whole bunch of issues. The fact of the matter is this: it's not going to be resolved by November 5th, 2024. Those are not going to be resolved, right? This man has clearly indicated that he will weaponize the apparatuses of the military, the judicial, and the judicial, the military, and every other apparatus, the CIA and all the intelligence committee, to get back at all those people he thinks did him wrong. He is a clear and present danger. So I'll say this: I'll vote on November 5th, 2024 is potentially the transition from a democratic state into an authoritarian state. And so that's what we got to look at. Alain.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, King. Sean, you want to tap in on that comment that if you want to tap in on that comment that Karan left before going into your final thoughts, beloved?
All right, well, I brought it to attention. Karan's my man. We grew up together in East New York, so big up to you, Karan.
East New York!
East New York. So, yeah,
New York.
Yes, sir, I definitely...
Jersey Avenue between Dumont and Livonia, but go ahead.
Ooh-wee! Linden Houses. And Karan is from around your way. He on Hegeman's side, though. He on Hegeman off between Van Sick. He on Van Sickland between Linden Boulevard and Hegeman. So big up to everybody. But here's what I was gonna say. You just made a great point, Du, and I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree. But to be honest with you, what I like about Trump, and I'm not a Trump supporter nor a Trump hater. But what I do like is that we've been authoritarian.
Not what I heard.
We've had it disguised. It was very blatantly disguised when we had the hoods in the KKK. But now it's just disguised behind the suits and the political arenas. So it's been that way. I like the fact that he's bringing it out to where he's being upfront, and this is what I'm doing directly. And he's saying it. And he's been giving a lot of people the authority and the standpoint to feel like it's okay to do it. So now we're getting a lot of people who would disguise themselves and act like they are friends, telling us, yo, I ain't really fucking with you. And that I could respect. Because I'd rather know who my enemy is than sit there and trying to decipher who my enemy is. So on that note, that's what I feel about the whole Trump thing. But on my closing remark, I'm going to ask Marcus. He said this statement that I said, I get it. And here's the statement, and I quote, I know this is going to sound horrible and out of character, but I'd rather pay a prostitute to go out to dinner with me than go out on a date. I get it. And I'll let
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Not mad at that. Not mad at that. I think, yeah, transactional situations are transactional situations. And we gotta call a thing. And you're right about that, bro. A lot of brothers can't figure out this relationship thing because we've had so much outside influence about our gender, our role as men and women. So everybody arguing. So it's chaos out here right now. I wish y'all luck. All y'all that don't have it figured out. I wish y'all luck.
I'm coming to
y'all can hit me up for a fee. I'll give you some game.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I'm coming to you in a second, collectors. I just lost my thought that fast. Yep. I see her. Lala, I'm gonna get your final thoughts. I'm gonna bring collectors back. Here's final thoughts. I forgot my thought. But go ahead, Lala. Final thoughts on you, Queen.
My final thoughts for this evening. I don't agree with the whole security deposit thing.
You're gonna give me a security deposit, girl.
I ain't giving you shit.
Run me my money. Run me my coin.
You got 2 arms and 2 legs, but you can get a job just like me. Okay?
That's it, Lala. I'm never asking you out, Lala. Never.
I ain't messing with Lala. I ain't playing no games with her.
But no, I don't agree with that. As for the whole Trump thing, unfortunately, there are people who are dumb enough to buy that. I mean, and it's sad to say, but you know, a lot of people fit those stereotypes, and they're gonna buy into it. I'm not, but I agree with a lot of the things that Dupree was saying. Collected, Sean, I agree with all of you all. And yeah, love, peace, and integrity. That's what I thought.
Appreciate that, Queen Lala. You know, I'm here to tastefully give you guys a hard time. Collectors, tap in with me, King. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. All right. $500 deposit. My first deposit on a date, you know what my deposit is going to be?
Oh, shit.
That's right. Here we go. I'm going to deposit my motherfucking time or that telephone talking to your ass, seeing if you worth $500. That shit can change your life.
I'm going to be on the phone for 100 hours.
There's much to get on out here. That's why these motherfuckers stay broke, because they be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as Trump, no way, definitely not buying them kicks. And like Sean said, he's actually point blank telling us that we control y'all like this. You know, they said, like, after a while, the devil ain't going to have to do his job no more. So when a person, that's like if somebody, like, if one of us...
Wake that up. Say that again. Say that again, because that's a fact.
Or 50 or anybody said that directly like that to his people, we would cut them off and be wilding on them. But we let this man say it, and we take it as a joke because we're uneducated on who he is, who he's with, and what his agenda is. We have to understand that we have to not only survive, but thrive in the world we in.
Yep.
Because we here. We here.
Yep.
As the time we here. So I'm definitely not for nothing, you know what I'm saying, that none of these politicians be doing. Any of them at all, except for the small minor ones that got them little offices in the hood that really be out here getting to them block parties and these projects and then these
local
houses.
officials.
and stuff like that.
That's me. That's me.
Right. That's the brothers that I and sisters that I have a respect for. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the only thing I would ever vote on, because all the rest of this is clearly what he said. Like, he's gonna tell us, like, materials run y'all. We should really understand what time we in, what we living in, and what we seeing when somebody says that to you. Yeah, like, we find it funny. That ain't no joke. And then a bum ass Reese's PC rapper wanna be one back country. What?
Got
what?
it. Got it.
Stay woke.
Bro, keep doing your thing. I'd rather listen to you. I'd rather listen to you and follow and support you as you build, bro.
Yes, sir.
Look, I'm gonna call it out, man, because this dude Charlemagne is out of pocket, man. I'm gonna do that another day, but he's out of pocket
talk about it
right now.
I don't
want to fuck up your controversy. I don't want to get controversial.
Nah, you good. Final thoughts on Broadway. We're doing some amazing things on this side. Before I give my final thoughts, we're about to do our ribbon cutting for Vanilla Skies. One time. Hey! When you start talking about politics, when you start talking about making a difference, making a change in the world that we live in today, you can't make change from the outside in. You got to be on the inside and look out. That's how you make change, right? You gotta be on the inside to make change. So shout out to my team. Shout out to everybody that helps Vanilla Skies be functional and be in a community, of Jersey City that actually lends and make a difference inside the impact of children, kids, families through and through, right? So Jersey City, thanks for adopting us as our second home. Shout out to Jersey City, you heard? Final thoughts on Broadway. I do think that we have to, as Black and brown people, let up off of the comments. Right? I think a lot of times we spend too much time in the comments, or even before there was a comment, it was wondering or worrying about what other people say and think too much, right? If we start to let go of what everybody else say too much, and not to say that don't matter, but have your idea, your original thought first, right? A lot of times we don't focus on what I think, how I feel about the matter. I care about how Lala feel. And I'm letting Lala control what I'm doing in my life. And that really don't change the price of tea in Harlem, right? So I'm not saying Lala and our friends and family in the comments don't matter, but let's try to, in 2024, normalize having our own ideas first and foremost. Secondly, I do think that maybe not a deposit. Man, who are you shitting, Broadway? Leave me a deposit if you want to go out with Broadway. If I was outside in the streets, I'll be taking deposits and leaving them all at the same time. Hello?
Hello?
Right? I do think that there has to be some fair exchange. And if you want to make a change, then you got to actually leave a deposit, because I feel like you are... Well, what they say? Put the money behind the money. Put your mouth behind the money. Put your money. How it go? Somebody help me, please.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Lala, you get a car. Put your money where your mouth is, right? Or put your mouth where your... Anyway, I'll come back to that.
No.
I do think Trump is wild for them sneakers and those comments, but I do like and agree with what Sean said. I do think that there is importance in listening to what people say, because if you listen long enough, you'll hear exactly how people feel about you, right? So I much rather have somebody tell me exactly how they feel about me and be upfront and let me know what that is, opposed hiding and keeping it concealed, right? Wendy Williams, again, sending love and light to her family. I do think that it is important that we don't add to the chaos and just simply acknowledge that she might be going through something right now and she's not in good health, right? There's been a lot of topics that we spoke about tonight. And I just simply think and say that, you know, if you are indeed a good man, a good woman, lead with those actionable items. Don't just talk about it, be about it. And just because it worked with your ex don't mean that's going to work with the current person that you're pursuing. So don't take too much applaud in your yesterday accolades, right? What you did yesterday, that was yesterday. What you doing today? And I don't mean that literally as of Monday to Tuesday. I mean that simply as whomever you're currently with, pour into being with them, right? Oh, I know what I want to tell you guys. Always feel free to jump in our DM, Live on Broadway podcast, and give us comments. Show us our love. Give us our flowers. If you guys got topics and things you guys want to discuss, don't ever hesitate to jump in that space and leave us some love, right? Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how we do on this side. Shout out to my girl, Lala. What up, though, La? Shout out to my guy, Big Collectors, not the little one. Shout out to Just One Glenn. That might be two, heard? You heard? Shout out to my guy, Big Nas, keeping us sharp on these cameras, you heard? Shout out to Allison, you fired and you rehired all in the same episode, queen. Shout out to my sister, his missus, your wishes. Y'all know how we do. Oh, man. More so than anything else. Y'all know my vibe, y'all know my body. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be giant. Pool! Clip!
Do you have relationship questions you need answered? Spicy topics? DM us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live on IM_Broadway's Instagram. Clear.